Suicide Squad just got a huge update. Is the game saved? Is this microtransaction riddled hell with no gameplay elements finally play? Of course it's not, it's still garbage.
Okay, here we are in the game once again after the big update that just hit this game like a day and a half ago or yesterday. It's episode 2, Duality.
Ooh.
Season of the Joker. So if you're not familiar, basically how they've done this is they did season 1. We got the first half before this where you would unlock the Joker, and now we just got episode 2 to drop, where I'm hoping we get more like cutscenes, more exposition, more investigation of how these
More cutscenes? Please, that costs money to make, and this game is not willing to spend money on itself any longer. It's a miracle it's a game to begin with, honestly.
characters interact, because the Joker and Harley obviously have a history, even though this is an Elseworld version of the Joker. It's like, what?
Nice.
Okay, well, we're all we're all running into bugs.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Admittedly, this has been a problem since the game started. Bugs like this, but that's fine.
I've unlocked rich text here, space, rich text. Just remember, ladies and gents, this
Nice.
game was $70. Just let that settle in for you.
Should have been 130 like Ubisoft slop. Then it would do much better.
So, I mean, here we are. We are in the thick of it. Now, before this happened, before I started recording, because I didn't realize it was going
If we ignore that the Joker runs like he's transitioning, I mean, there's no problems to this game.
to happen, I pressed boot on the game, and when I did that, there was like a cartoon that played where you listen to the Joker write kind of like a journal entry about the party and where he's at mentally with all of that. It was very like Redfall-esque, because it wasn't a real full like, you know, cutscene. It was a little odd. It was a little odd. Here's a clip of me kind of looking through it. I'm just a little bedeviled, I'm sure, because like this is supposed to be the big
Boy.
update that makes this.
Yeah, that looks horrible. Then you can't even spare, $5 to make actual cutscenes. It's looking real bad, isn't it?
Season tied together that makes the Joker work as a character, as a playable character. It's supposed to tie him in with the rest of the group. It's supposed to make him fit within this universe as well. And so far, we've gotten like a cartoon trailer, basically, with just still shots and then like the occasional little one-liner. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's see what new content they've brought. So the first thing is they added more stuff to the store. So now
Nice, smart. How are you gonna get money if you don't add things to the store? Nice.
there's like banners for $2.50. There's more banners for $5. There's bigger banners for $5, and then there are skins. Now, this one is called Titan Infected Killing Me.
Wow.
Let me just say that as like a fan, a hardcore fan of the Arkham series, of the Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, and Batman Arkham Knight trilogy, I think Origins is pretty good. It's a good Christmas game, but it has its fair share of shortcomings. It's not like part of the core trilogy, you know. But with that having been said, like I hold those games very, very dearly, and this is not at all what the Joker in Batman Arkham Asylum at the end of it looked like. I mean, I'll put up a little video here. I'll have my editor Jacob put it up, and let's just do a little side by side. You know,
Is that Joker injecting the Bane serum?
no, it's like this is, I don't even know what to call it. This is just painful to look at in comparison. I mean, like what are we doing?
It's fine. You're supposed to be able to tell the Joker's super gay.
What are we doing? I understand it's supposed to be a bit of an homage. I understand that, and I can perhaps appreciate that, but it doesn't change the fact that it feels like a really weird choice, especially considering these guys made that original game. But you know what? Whatever. They added these skins. You can get Titan invested versions of all of the characters with one hell of a haircut. Harley, bangs. No, no, baby, no bangs. Oh, God. But beyond that, you can see there's lots
That was kind of horrible, I agree.
of missions and things to be done. There's Tribute Act. There's this one, Two-Face Infamy set. So this is one thing they've done.
Lots of resources. Awesome gear. Really? Wow, very cool.
You might say Two-Face Infamy, and you're like, wow, so Two-Face is in this game. Two-Face is something like we can go
Probably not.
maybe do some series of missions with him. Maybe there's like a whole quest line with it. No. What it is in this game is basically a set of weapons that you can get that have special effects tied to a certain character in the lore. So there might be like a Bane weapon, which is specifically like about or inspired by Bane, and it's got like
I remember this one. You know, the recognizable Bane shotgun. Yes, the one that Bane used and everyone loved. Yeah, the Bane shotgun. Or the Batman cannon. That's right. Everyone's favorite Batman cannon. These recognizable weapons of characters you so much love. You know, the Penguin's rotisserie chicken gun. What a time to be alive.
Bane paint on it to make it look that way, or Scarecrow. This is from the first half of the season.
Yes, Scarecrow's classic revolver. Nice.
And like that's it. That's what they're doing. Now, in order to get to the actual new content of this episode 2, which is a boss fight against Brainiac, the big thing we've all been waiting
Yay!
for. We have to
another Brainiac fight. I hope it's reused assets again.
Grind up episode levels. So what they've done is each season has episodes. So this one, episode 1 was Fear, and then this episode 2 is Duality, where all the weapons are inspired by Two-Face. And I have to grind this mini battle pass that you see up in the center above the circle that's on fire, much like this game's community. And I have to grind
I wonder how many people are still left playing this dumpster fire.
that up to level 10. And then I get the option of playing
Let me actually Google
the boss fight. So I will do that, and I will be back after that, however long it takes me. Probably not long, to be perfectly honest, because a lot of these.
Holy! In the last 24 hours, it has been a 550 player peak. That is insane! Wow! Oh, wait. If you look 1 month ago, this is like the big update. Okay. If you look 1 month ago, you see that the peaks are 150 people in the best of days and 70 on average. Nice. Imagine there's still 70 people who are playing this slop and saying, it's good, guys, trust me, it's good. You just need to play 300 hours of it and get into New Game Plus 15, and then it becomes really good. Trust me, boys. Oh boy, this is worse than any Starfield or Diablo 4 cope I have ever seen in my life.
These missions that will add that have like +2, you know, like they will give me 1 level or 2 levels here and there. So I will work on that, and then I'll be back. Let's just hope for any like big update. You would really hope that the payoff is going to be really good, right? Like if you're going to make me grind for it, hopefully
Probably
it's
not.
really good. There's no way they'd make me grind for something that's really boring and sucky and maybe just a reskin, right? There's no way, right? Surely it'll be good. I don't know. We're going to find out together. I'll see you in a minute.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Oh, thank God. There's more giant glowing purple zits we get to pop. Hooray.
Nice. Be happy.
Of course.
Kids these days are just, you know, they're spoiled.
Hooray. I'm having so much fun. Oh, God. No, we're here to have fun. This is a season 1, episode 2 update. This is supposed to be fun. This is a good time. I'm happy to be here.
I agree.
Always happy, never sad, just like the Joker. Okay, so
Oh god, did you see how many colors just happened in this, you know, 2-second spam.
This is supposed to be
Look at
fun.
this.
This
Look
is
at
a
this.
good time.
Okay.
I'm happy to be here.
Boom! Purple, yellow, green,
Always happy.
red, fiery red, orange.
Never sad.
More stuff. Dude, am I supposed to die from embolism or something right now? Because I kind of feel like I should, just to prove a point.
Just like the Joker. Okay, so at this point, I've been going for about an hour grinding stuff, trying to get
Sad.
that mini battle pass leveled up to the point where I can take on the new mission, which is like the big thing that they've added. They've added some other smaller stuff, is my understanding, such as some of these individual missions are reworked versions of previous ones, or, you know, it might be, okay, clear out these 3
God, I still can't. I just can't. There's no saving games like this. This is the same crap as Starfield. Diablo 4 technically could have been saved, but, well, you know, Season 4 is the last season. I barely got in 3 hours and stopped playing it. But, you know, yeah. This. Like, look at this city. It doesn't make sense. Nothing in the city makes sense. The layout doesn't make sense. The shit that's there doesn't make sense. It's like someone... It's like someone made a city... And again, then they just, and someone else came in and said like, how about we add cool shit? How about whatever this is? Yeah, let's just plump it here and, you know, in a kid's playground or something. Oh, there's not enough things in the sky. Let's add some, whatever the fuck this is supposed to be, you know? More. Yeah. Your game is never gonna succeed if the game just makes no sense. There are so many things, movies, games, media, whatever, that just fails nowadays because they just insert everything into themselves and they never stop for a second even and ask themselves, does this even make a single shred of sense? Does Metropolis make or is this God? No, this is Metropolis. Gotham would be way more depressing. But, you know, again, no one asks the question, does this make sense? And they should, because if your world doesn't make sense, if it's nonsensical, if it's dumb like this, no one's gonna like it. No one's gonna spend time in it.
Okay, clear out these 3 outposts, and then that will allow you to attack weak points on this tower, which you can then clear out. And they tried to do this new, like, it's kind of odd. It's like you can fight different dimensional enemies. So you're fighting waves and waves of enemies just like before, but now they can be from another dimension. So you have to interact with a thing to swap the dimension that you're basically in. So there will be 15 enemies attacking you that are from one dimension, and then there's 15 attacking you from another dimension, and you just have to tell based on how they kind of look. One might be like not glowing blue and the other is glowing blue, and so you have to swap the dimension.
This looks like a bug, not gameplay. This looks like a bug.
Otherwise, you're just shooting into nothing. You can see the footage on screen here. It looks like pure chaos because it frankly is. It doesn't feel good. It just feels like they are trying to do some sort of twist on the gameplay systems to make them more engaging. But it just is like actively annoying. It's not like fighting a new type of enemy that's really interesting or engaging and forces you to think outside the box. It's just annoying because you'll shoot at some enemy like 3-4 times, and then you're like, oh, they're not taking damage because they're in another dimension. Okay, then I gotta go over to this thing, interact with it while being shot at, and then I can deal damage to them. It's something. It's at least a little different.
That gameplay looked just so sad, did it not?
But it's just actively annoying, and it makes these missions take a good while longer than they should, frankly. Now, because these missions are just so mind-numbing, I think the game has officially broken me. You know, you guys have come to me and been like,
Nice.
how do you keep playing the game when you don't like it? Honestly, it's for your amusement. It's because you guys say that you find these videos entertaining, and I'm happy
Yeah, don't lie. It's for money.
to provide. I mean, honestly, at this point, I've probably made more money off of Suicide Squad than the guys that made it, which is really funny when you think about it. That being said, I think they've finally broken me because I am having no fun at all. Zero fun. Zero enjoyment, and it's actively giving me a headache because there's just so many bright colors popping all over the place. It's like an ADHD simulator where you inject that pucker powder.
Well, it's the season of the Joker. It's the season of the. That's the name. That's the season of the Joker. Delete your family tree.
Powder stuff straight into your veins. It's
No,
like,
wait. I'm sorry. In your case, it's probably a family circle. Okay, delete your family circle.
really, really intense, and it's just not enjoyable. Like, it's actively unenjoyable. It's dare I say, miserable. And listen, it would be one thing if there was a big reward at the end of this. If the mission that justifies this whole season were actually that good. Because so far, you grind for the Joker, and there's about 2.5 minutes of cutscenes.
And then you get nothing for grinding for the Joker. Yes, this all makes perfect sense in my honest opinion. What did you expect? Fun? Hell nah. This is a live service game. Well, no, this is a live service that a game almost got constructed around. They kind of failed on that part, obviously, but, you know, this was a live service first, game maybe fourth.
In this episode, the second half of that first season, there is nothing. There are no cutscenes. There's no special new dialogue. There's nothing. Even though it was heavily implied that the story part of this season was going to be in episode 2, there is literally nothing. But here's the deal. I looked up this season because I was trying to decide if there was enough to actually make a video on. And you can see Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League episode 2 gameplay walkthrough full DLC from MK Ice and Fire.
And then there's cutscenes that is 5 minutes. Wow.
The entire video is 17 minutes long. And that includes that cartoony intro that makes up like the first 2 minutes of this little video. And then it shows him running to the objective marker. He skips the grind. You can see that he just got straight to level 10 and then did the finale. So he's just skipped at the grind, which is just more of the same stuff we've been doing for months at this point.
Nice.
So he went straight to the actual kill Brainiac 3 out of 13. That's right. There's going to be 10 more of these. And he
You gotta love it. And then there's the hidden Brainiac, because we know how much you love Brainiac.
travels there. They go through the Elseworld portal, and you then travel from that spot. You go through the little Elseworld that pops up, and you make your way to this little arena that appears, which you'll recognize if you listen to my review of the original game, because that is the same arena that we fought Brainiac in before, when he was just a reskin of the Flash, basically. And now, if we fast forward and he gets there, little loading screen, and this happens.
Now, this is something a little special for you, Task Force X.
Big reveal, huge, cool boss fight.
I might not share his debilitating desire to do good. But the last son of Krypton's powers do have their uses.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Cool.
once again just another reskin of the Superman fight, and
Good. People who play this game don't deserve anything in any case.
and
There's no way you're gonna convince me that people who unironically play this game deserve anything but the axe.
like, this is what you're grinding for. At least with episode 1, you were grinding to be able to get the Joker as a free playable character, but this time around, like, you're grinding to get to this boss fight, and that's it.
Nice.
This is the whole thing. Like, this is season 1 of this game. And as
King Shark is a shark.
much as I like grinding for content, I'm finding it real hard to mentally justify spending the next 4 or 5 hours grinding just to get to this. And
I wish he does. I really love to see him suffer, honestly, playing Suicide Squad because it's just so sad and trash. I love it. I honestly love it so much. Man, this is just beyond sad. I don't think we're getting anything new here. It's just boring and shit. Anyway, that was Luke Steffens, the hero who plays Suicide Squad for us so we can laugh. Anyway, this is Quizzer Said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye bye.